Hey guys, so I am here finally doing the Dark and Lovely wash and go routine that I asked you guys about last Sunday. I believe it was, it might have been Saturday, and using all of the Dark and Lovely L.O.C method products, literally from shampoo oil to the very last step, which is their sealing cream, I believe. So I have already washed my hair. Y'all don't need to see me washing my hair. It looks just like everybody else washing their hair. There's nothing being done differently. I did not detangle because it was just a shampoo oil. As you can see, after the shampoo oil, my hair's already softened and pretty much kind of prepped for the whole detangling portion of washing. And I think last week when I used it and I was like blown away by both the shampoo oil and the deep conditioner, it was because of the fact that from shampoo oil to deep conditioning, I just felt like I didn't need to do much of anything. Like my hair was just already detangling on its own. Finger detangling wasn't really needed. I did do my Denman brush, but it wasn't needed. It was done because I just like to make sure I get all of those kinks and things out of there, but it's good. So we are going to re-wet this hair section because I always section off my hair when conditioning and styling. And of course, I have very little water in here, so we're hoping that this will do. To get this hair as soaked and wet as possible. Then I'm going to just make a part using my fingers. I like to do 2 sections in front, 1 on each side. So here's the deep conditioner that we're using. It's from the Dark and Lovely L.O.C method line. It's called the Deep Conditioning Delight. Coconut and moringa oils. Thirsty and dehydrated hair. Like, what is wrong? As you can see, I've already dug into that there, but it doesn't have the same smell as the very first Dark and Lovely line that I fell in love with. I believe that was the very first all natural line that came out for the elongated curls, I think it was. It doesn't have that same smell. That one has more of a mango smell, and this one has more of a, I don't know, like a warmer smell, not too fruity, not too clean, but it smells good. Let's just put it that way. So we are going to be, I'm heavy-handed when it comes to my deep conditioner. It is a thick conditioner. As you can see, it's not going anywhere. It is creamy, and we are just going to apply that to our hair from root to tip, from tip to root. Lord. I just like to make sure when I'm applying my conditioners, I massage it into my hair and into the strands. And I like to, some people kind of, I've seen people say that, you know, you apply your conditioner kind of like the way you apply the way you used to apply your relaxers. And it's true. Like, I do find myself doing that. Why? Because when you were applying your relaxers, you have to make sure you got every nook and cranny on that head. So I think it's just something that if you've had a relaxer before, it's just something you're used to doing to make sure your hair is fully covered. And we are going to, again, the product is really, really creamy, smells good. As soon as you apply it to your hair, you can feel your hair pretty much melting away, the tangles just melting away. Your hair just immediately becomes so much softer, so much more, your strands will become elongated because you have product on it, it's weighing it down, but also because it's loosening your curls enough so that you can detangle as you go. So I like to really focus on the ends as well. As everyone knows, it's the oldest part, so you definitely have to give it extra attention. Gonna get these edges, honey. You don't know how I am about my edges. If you don't know, check another video. I am serious when it comes to my edges. Okay, I usually use my dimming brush. It's just a regular dimming brush, and I start at the end of my hair and I just work my way up. With the dimming brush, in just that one section, I'm going to try to pull whatever hair out of here so I can show you how much hair was lost. You're not even going to see that, are you? No, it's very little hair. That I am going to finish applying this to the back of my head and fast forward through all of this, and then we will come back right before I'm about to rinse it out, and then from there we will move on with the actual styling process. I have rinsed that conditioner out. My hair is super soft. It was soaking wet. When I am doing a wash and go, once I rinse my conditioner out, I don't even like wring my hair all the way out. I don't dry it with a t-shirt. I don't, you know, I just try my best to keep my hair as wet as it possibly can be. And I am going to start with the first product in their styling moisture lock line is the Super Crunch Leave-In Spray. The only thing that I could probably say has bothered me about this entire line is the spray bottle. It's like, it can be a bit annoying. Like, I would prefer a spray bottle with a longer, you know, where my whole hand can kind of fit over it. Whereas this one, it's really just for like one finger use. So we're going to section up our hair. And as I said before, I always do my wash and go in sections. So I'm actually going to part my hair in the way that I want it styled at this point and section it that way. And look, you see me using a comb? The only time you will see me using a comb to part my hair. You're going to do the sections in the same way that we did for our conditioner. But we're going to break down some of these sections once we really get into the styling process. This is just what I'm doing for right now to sort of section everything off. So we're going to start off with the Moisture Lock Leave-In Conditioner or Leave-In Spray. This is not thick enough for me. If I wanted to use this, I would not get the base for my wash and go that I would need if I wanted to use this by itself. So what I did last week when I did my wash and go is I used this first, and then right after using this, I went on ahead and used their anti-shrinkage slip-in leave-in conditioner. And I just use them together as a leave-in because that's just my hair. I like a thicker leave-in conditioner. It allows my wash and goes to last a little bit longer. And so I'm going to use both of these products. If you're the type of person who doesn't like a thick leave-in conditioner, then by all means use this by itself. It is really good. Like I said, I showed you, it is a cream inside of here that comes out as a spray. So technically you can use it by itself. I'm going to just spray this all over. I am heavy-handed in styling. It is part of getting that defined wash and go, is making sure you're using enough product when you're doing your wash and go. A lot of people are, you know, think it's a wash and go. I'm just gonna slather some stuff into my hair and go. I use about that much of this leave-in conditioner. I'm just gonna put that right over. Someone asked me to let them know how this leave-in conditioner is. I'm letting you know in this video. It's good. It provides slip just like the spray does. I don't know, for some reason I feel like it is the exact same thing. I feel like that bottle is in the spray. I feel like it really is. As you can see, it's even the same color I just showed you. So we are going to get that slathered in there. I do make sure that I get these ends going. If you want to see what does it look like after I've applied the leave-in, this is it here. You still have, it looks fluffy. I wouldn't say you have frizz, it just looks fluffy. It's not going to be defined if you were to go from here, but you could if you want a fluffy wash and go. That's not what we're going for. Okay, right after I put in the leave-in, I like to go ahead and add the oil before I move on to the next section. And then I let that sit in each section and come back around to finish off with the styling cream, gel, whatever it is. So in their line, they actually have an oil. That's the one thing I really like about this line, is that there is no, I mean, they've taken the guesswork out of everything. You don't have to, you know, say which oil is going to work good with this, which leave-in will work good with this. It has everything. The oil is called a Soak It Up Oil Cocktail, for a recipe for continuous moisture. It is very, very thin in consistency. It's not a thick oil, very, very lightweight. Some people may feel like they want a thicker oil and they're here for sailing, and by all means, go ahead. This particular oil has no mineral oil, no parabens, no petroleum. So the very first oil I see, which is third product down, is sunflower seed oil. And then after that is apricot oil, coconut oil, avocado oil, moringa oil. So it has a concoction of different oils up in here. Like I said, it is super, super lightweight. I like it because, like I said, I don't have to go looking around for another oil. Where's my coconut oil spray? Where's my jars? Do I have any oil left? Like, I like it for that reason. Like I said, I think people with thicker textures may need to find something a little bit heavier than this oil, but that's not to say that this won't do it. That's just because it's your preference, because this will definitely seal your moisture in. So I cannot show you how much I use because all of it will run off of my hand. That's how thick it is. So I really just make sure, I'll try to just apply it in. I really just make sure again, starting from those tips, going all the way up to that root, you should be, when you're doing your wash and go, I know your curls are down here, and this is where you tend to want to focus at, because that's where all the magic happens. But you really have to go all the way up to these roots and rake every single product through your strands in order to achieve that juicy, defined wash and go. We're going to section this part off and move on to the next. your leave-in and oil, wrap it up, move it along. Now I am going to move on to the back and come back to you guys once I'm ready to add the styling cream. So now it's time to go ahead and really get into this wash and go and get these curls popping. What we're going to use for that process is the Lock It In Sealing Cream. This is a super creamy, it's not a creamy gel, anything like that. It is truly a cream, a styling cream for your curls. So the difference in using a cream as opposed to a gel or anything that's gel-like is that the gel is going to give you that that cast over your curls as it's drying, which will pretty much almost eliminate a lot of the frizz that would occur. So I mean, if you have an issue with frizziness, some people prefer to go ahead and use a gel, but I definitely recommend trying this cream because it is a heavier cream that definitely works against that frizz in the same way. So it's not like a super lightweight styling cream that you will end up with, like I said earlier, that fluffy wash and go. You're still going to get an ultra defined wash and go if you're using this product the way you should be using it in your wash and go. So you know, we did that earlier as far as applying the leave-ins and the oil. I'm gonna go ahead now and comb through this here, or brush through it with my Denman brush. As you can see, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Water bottle. I don't care if you will always need to spray your hair again at this point. There is no way you got out the shower, did your leave-in, did your oil, detangled, and your hair doesn't need water at this point in your wash and go styling process. I'm telling you, add water at this point if you have not already. So go ahead and get that hair soaking wet, almost as if you're just getting out the shower. There's a fine line, and you have to feel your hair and know there's a fine line between getting it nice and saturated and getting your and having your products running out of your hair that you just applied. So you gotta, you know, be careful in that sense, but just make sure that, see, look, right now I can feel like it could use just a little bit more. Your hair should be back to this state, like a soak and wet state. You should not add any styling product or gel to your hair if it is not soaking wet at this point. So I am going to then take this cream and add about that much to this section. And I know you may think that is a lot of product for this, but that's how much you need for a defined wash and go that lasts for days. So that's what my hands look like now. We're going to take that, starting at the tips, moving up to the root, and I really like get in there and work it through every single strand. And you may get that, you know, that white look from areas that the product has not soaked into quite yet, but it does definitely penetrate your hair very quickly. It also adds even more slip to your hair as you are defining these curls. At this point, I'm usually raking or doing the prayer hands like this. It's one or the other. But at this point, since I'm still trying to get the product through my hair, making sure it is on every strand, root to tip, like you need to part with your fingers and go into the section. Okay, so after I've applied that, you can see the difference. There is minimal fluffiness. You have very defined curls are starting to, they're coming along. My hair has a very tight coil, and this is what it will look like right now, and by the time it is done drying, it will be like here. So I wish it did stay like this sometimes, but it is what it is. So that is what it takes to get that defined wash and go. You're gonna do that in all the sections of your hair, and like I said, add as much product as needed. You are not, wash and goes are not for the people who are light-handed. I'm telling you right now, if you are a light-handed person and you're trying to get a defined wash and go, then you're gonna have to figure something out for yourself, because like I'm going to say it over and over again, lots of water, lots of product. I have applied the product all throughout my hair, all throughout my head, both sides and the back as well. Listen, I like these edges to get laid, even with my wash and go. So what I do is I spray my edges until they are soaking wet, because adding the oil to them dry, I don't know, it doesn't do the same thing. I use the Eco Styler Argan oil gel, and I've just always used this. I'm sure you can use any argan, any gel that you have, and I just take a good amount on my fingertips here, and I just make sure that I am applying the gel like literally right along the edge of the hairline and smoothing that in, and then just kind of comb it through the section there. Get a little bit more for the other side. Like I like for my wash and goes, because they're gonna last so long and because they take me a good amount of time to do, I like for my hair to look done when I'm finished. Like I don't want to look like there's something that still needs to go on. I want it to look like a finished product. So that's why I add this gel to my edges and get everything slick and sleek. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. If I've left anything out, if you have any questions, please feel free, comment below. I will reply back. I will also have this review over on my blog, and it's a little bit easier on there to even go back and forth in conversation with you guys. But I am, as I said before, happy with the collection. So if you have anything else you want me to try out and review, let me know. Look forward to talking to you guys next time. Bye.